Good morning, turtles. I recorded a video earlier today, and this is the second time it happened where I just needed to like rant. And then I took a shower and I did my little stretches and I read my pages. I'm still not finished reading my pages, but I read a couple pages this morning. And I'm like, okay, you know what, Jess? You don't need to tell the internet that your sister threatened to kill herself and her kid. You don't need to explain that you came to Pennsylvania to make sure that there is no guilt in your bones if she were to execute such a decision. These are things that I didn't need to say to the internet. So I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? Not upload that video. Instead, I'm gonna do my Woman Crush Wednesday because today is Views from Amanda Land. And let me tell y'all something. I'm an Amanda Lander and I'm here to learn. When she say waking up on the right side of history, y'all, that means something to me because when I was a kid, my parents, like, I understand why people have complicated relationships with their parents because, like, my parents were, like, they were bad parents. Like, my daddy is dead because he did not take care of himself. Like, sir, you should be alive. How are you dead? That's not fair. But, you know, that ain't always up to us. But I just, given the context of his death, I think that would have been avoided. Black men, go to the motherfucking doctor. Remember kevonstage said he went to the doctor and then everybody was weirdly homophobic in the comments? And it's like, oh, my God, y'all don't, it's sex education. Sex education. You wanna know what I would do with $1 billion Oprah money? I'm doing No Child Left Behind, but for sex education. Like, I'm petitioning Congress. Y'all need help. But it really does mean a lot to me. Like, it means a lot to me to wake up on the right side of history. It means a lot to me to know that in 10 years, if I'm still alive and if my kids are alive, then they say, hey, remember when Donald Trump was alive? What the fuck was that about? I can honestly say, hey, y'all, I wasn't with that shit. And you know what else I did? I changed my life to fight and oppose that shit and build a better world. Everything I do is in the context of building a better world. Not even for myself, because even if I live to be 90 or however the fuck old my Nana is now, she about to be 100, ain't she? No, she 96. Was 2026, she 96 this year. But if I live to be 96, I want them to be able to call me. And I'm like, let me tell y'all something, okay? I was there. Don't let them lie to you. Jeffrey Epstein is not a conspiracy. That man was real, and he did all that shit. The United States of Israel was a conspiracy. But now look at us. We got our healthcare, though. Like, I'm telling y'all, I already know whatever Zionist entity that's coming to take over the world, the next empire, because y'all think it's the Chinese, but it ain't. It's the Zionists, because the Chinese are in bed with the Zionists the same way the Chinese would have been in bed with America if America didn't deem them as an enemy. Like, every time I just sit and think about how America was allowed to function and flourish, I'm like, no, people just genuinely didn't know. And then they got here and it was low-key too late. Like, imagine somebody I talked to this man from Morocco. He was at me like 80, and he's like, you know, his grandfather came to America. They just heard of this place. You just heard of a place. This is a place. Like, you just heard of a place, because in their mind, they're not ignorant. Like, these are educated people. So when they hear of a place, they look around and they're like, yeah, other parts of the world must be civilized if we are, instead of the opposite, which is nobody civilized except for us. Like, what the fuck is that about? Like, that colonizer mentality, that's scary, because why do people keep saying it wasn't people? Like, every time a colonizer goes to conquest, they're like, it wasn't nobody there. We just found his land. Bitch, you lying. It was people. It's always people there. Like, everywhere you go is gonna be people. You know why? Because people are horny and people will fuck. And then those fucking fuckers will breed children. And then, you know, you proliferate the species in that kind of way. But I always, you know, now I'm curious. Because when, you know, they say one last man and one last woman, what are y'all gonna do? You can't repopulate the earth with two people. That's insane. You can't repopulate the earth with one woman in charge of birthing a nation? Baby, I'm tired thinking about it. Like, my ovaries just, they constricted and they contracted just thinking about it. You want me to birth out hundreds of babies? Now listen, I know it's women shooting out 20. And I'm like, lady, but that's because they started at like fucking 12. Because this whole shit is run by pedophiles. It's not a joke. Where is the funny? Y'all, I don't get to internet. Listen, I come from the school of Lily Singh, Superwoman, promote what you love, don't bash what you hate. But I don't know. I'm also black. And Kendrick Lamar said, it's all about love and hate. And let me tell you, I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Surprised you wanted that feature request. You know we got some shit to correct. Like, that's about me and my sibling. Surprised you wanted that feature request. You know we got some shit to address. 2 years and it's still, it was just a prank. You think I'm crazy? You, like, if the world was different, I would call the people, but I would never call the cops on my folks. That's insane. Unless it was like dire emergency, and even then I would just call the people that I know in real life that happen to be cops. I'd never call the cops on my people. However, these bitches is crazy. And so, yeah, I just got annoyed because at this point, I don't know, in the big 26, 26, I don't know, 26, 2026, okay? Y'all gotta understand that what you think you know about slavery was a lie, and you can prove that to yourself by looking around at what's happening right now. Baby, I grew up in Alabama, and I think I got a good education. You know, people like, I wish we had finance classes, and why don't they teach us about taxes and all that shit? I learned about all that stuff in high school. My parents like established me my finances when I was like 13. I learned how to balance a checkbook. I learned how to spend money. I learned how to budget. Like, my parents really did their best by me to make sure that I was good financially, and also with the knowledge of the banking system. I knew it just as a thing because I was participating in it when I was 13. But then by the time I'm in high school, like my senior year in high school, I'm taking personal, business, finance, banking, government, economics, psychology, sociology. I'm learning about the world. So even though the curriculum changed, and I could tell in middle school we were learning, like I remember we had media literacy classes in middle school. I remember them. I'm talking Alabama public school education. We were reading newspapers and dissecting it, and we were doing media literacy in middle school. No Child Left Behind, 9/11. They changed the curriculum. Everything was about memorization and, testing. Everything was about test scores. But my high school was an international baccalaureate high school, and so it had a lot of specialty programs in which we got to learn about the world. It was deeply diverse. Like, I came up in a deeply diverse neighborhood. There was a deep diversity of blackness. All the countries in Africa, all the continents, all the islands in the Caribbean. Like, baby, I knew somebody from somewhere. All of them. In school, it was all the Latin kids, all the North African kids. We didn't get a whole lot of South Asian Desi kids, but there was like 2, and they hung out with the other Asian kids, like, because it makes sense. Like, the international kids hung out together. And so if you wasn't American, but like, because the black international kids hung out with like the Indians. I say Desi because I'm trying to stop calling everybody Indian, but the thing about working in the hospitality industry is when I was trained, we watched this scene. They're like, we know it's not helpful. We know it's like I don't know. We watched this scene from the movie The Terminal, in which George Clooney's explaining how he profiles people going through TSA. And baby, when I say that shit changed the way I travel, because when I work in hotels, I also learned how to profile people. I just learned how to profile people. On top of that, we was trained by ICE how to do human trafficking screenings. But that's just a smoke screen so they have access to your facility so they can come pick up your housekeepers, bitch. I am 35. I know I've been saying I'm 52. That's not a lie. It's true. I'm 52. I have lived enough life where, how are you an adult and you're confused about what's going on? How are you an adult? How are you a queer black human having any defense for any institution or establishment? Fuck Kamala Harris, Barack, and Michelle, and them 2 kids of theirs. Honestly, no shade, Sasha. I really did like, Malia. The episode of Swarm was well directed. It was good. I don't know if she wrote it or directed it, but I know she was like a part of that project, and that was a great project. So I don't want to say fuck them too bad, because goddamn, you can't pick your parents, you can't pick your life. But at some point, you stop being a victim and you become an accomplice. And at that point, that's on you. I lived my entire life being victimized, like being abused by the people closest to me. And I never attracted more abusers, and I never became an abuser. And let me tell you something. On this day, on this land, baby, I am the right side of history, because I'm living proof of everything that everybody on social media always talk about they wish they could have and could be or whatever. Baby, I am it. I'm living it. I've done it. I used to go to that lady's office every Saturday morning and snot crying that white lady face. Well, actually, because her last name, because she might have been, I'm not going to say what kind of therapist she was. Because one week, like, she changed her name on all her email signatures, so I just assumed she got married. But I was like, well, that's a double Jewish last name. So I asked her, not like, I asked her. I was like, oh, did you get married? I just noticed I wasn't sure. She's like, no. She explained, like, we've been married. I just had to I was just doing some paperwork, and it's just easier to identify this way or something. Branding. We kind of talked a little bit about branding. But I was just so tickled. I'm not going to say what kind of doctor she was. Because being back in the Northeast, like, I grew up in the Northeast, like, the white kids in my youth were not white kids. They were fucking Jewish kids. So how you be, like, a black person and you anti-Semitic? That's crazy. Like, what is wrong with y'all? I known Jewish kids my whole life. My mom used to, like, my mom say Yiddish. This how I'm sure my mom's neurodivergent, because y'all say y'all do this and she do this shit, and I'm telling you, it's the worst. I'm not embarrassed anymore because I'm an adult, but yo, when your mama just randomly talking to somebody and then she start doing their accent back to them, but it's that's why when Amanda Seales start getting into the accents, I have to leave. That is my sister. Y'all better not say shit crazy about Amanda Seales, but that bitch is annoying sometimes because them accents, I be cracking up because I'm like, oh my god, I'm triggered. It's my mama. Stop, like, but it's not meant to be offensive or harmful, and it never offends people. Like, people interact with my mom and they adore her. Like, that's how I know he's a psychopath. Like, when they be like, what they say, like, narcissists and whatever they say about people who are like charming and friendly in public and then crazy behind closed doors. She used to tell me a story about the 2 Carolines where she said, I acted different. I was a good kid in school and I was crazy at the house. And in my mind, I never had the language to articulate, bitch, that's you. I'm just doing what you doing because I'm 5, I'm 10, I'm 12. I don't know shit about shit. I'm a kid. You expected me to not, I think that's just I just assume that's how you're supposed to be as a human. You go out, you know how to act. You know how to act in public. You smile, you open the doors, you polite, hello, good morning, welcome, thank you, please. But when you get in the house, you don't got to be all that. Give me the shit. Hell fucking yeah, hell fucking no. I don't know. All I'm saying is, You bitches is my sons, and daddy's home. Remember, in real life, the people in charge called the president daddy. That happened. That man is so funny because he posts text messages where they're like, Mr. President, your balls are so tasty. Thank you for letting me suckle them. And then they be like, I don't stand with the Americans. Nah, 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 nah. Y'all are all fake as hell. Goddamn, that's just nuts. Imagine being fake as hell your whole life. I couldn't do it. I'd kill myself, honestly. If I couldn't be me, I don't want to exist. And that's just where it is. Every day, including Wednesday,